Jonathan Kuminga has finally been freed from the Golden State Warriors, and they haven't been seeing eye to eye him and the organization for like the past couple years since he was on the team, the Golden State Warriors, and it was mainly with the head coach Steve Kerr. They just really didn't see eye to eye, as I said, and Jonathan Kuminga requested a trade like a month ago. He demanded a trade, really. Not a request, he demanded, which is crazy. And the Warriors did it. They traded him and Buddy Hield to the Golden State Warriors for Kristaps Porzingis. Now, Jonathan Kuminga also mentioned multiple times that he believes that he can be a star in his league, and he has a lot of potential that he can unlock if he is given a chance to show it and prove it. But Steve Kerr believes that he's more of a self player and not really a team player, and he didn't fit with the organization and the team to try to compete and win a championship, because everybody has to have a role on a championship team, and they felt like he wasn't playing his role and he was just playing for himself. That's what Steve Kerr felt. And it was really just a lot of back and forth, really, honestly, with these two sides, with John Kuminga and his team versus the Golden State Warriors and the organization. And he was getting some do not plays for some time, until Jimmy Butler got injured, and then he finally got into the lineup and he showed some flashes that, hey, this is what I can do if I'm given a chance to show you guys that I can put up these points, rebounds, assists, put up these stats in a time where I'm given a chance to. Let me go out, let me hoop, let me prove my worth, and prove that I'm actually right, and I'm absolutely sure that I can be where I say I can be. That's what he said, right? But it just really felt like an impaired relationship, honestly, unfixable from both sides. The Warriors just did not think he was worth it. They gave him that contract, but it was a 2-year contract with a team option, but it just really unfortunate that it took the Warriors so long to end up trading him, and they let his value drop. And now it kind of seems like, honestly to me, it was on purpose. By the way, I forgot to mention Mike Dunleavy, the general manager for the Golden State Warriors, after Jonathan Kuminga demanded the trade. Demanded. It wasn't a request, it was a demand. He came out himself and said there needs to be a demand when you demand a trade. That was so crazy. Oh my God. Bro, is it not crazy to say about one of the players that's on your team currently? You basically just called him trash. Like, he has no value. Like, that was so crazy and so sad to say. He literally said nobody wants you. But anyway, it just felt like the Warriors took too long to trade him and to get some value back, and his value dropped a lot. He was a main centerpiece for the Kings for a DeMontis Sabonis trade, so the Warriors can have DeMontis Sabonis on that roster, which would have been almost better than everything that's on the roster currently now. No disrespect to all the Warriors players. Most of them are good role players, but you're trying to win a championship and you need more help around Stephen Curry. But there's also a lot of rumor teams that were trying to get into the Jonathan Kuminga sweepstakes, which there was some buzz around the Mavericks, some buzz around the Raptors. The Lakers even had some interest, I guess, because of athletic young wing to build with Luka Doncic. I guess I really didn't like that pairing, in my opinion. But today, now Jonathan Kuminga has been on the Atlanta Hawks. Got traded there with Buddy Hield, and he only played 3 games, so it's a 3-game sample size, but he has been hooping his ass off. He's been looking very damn good. He's been averaging 21 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals on 67% from the field and 55% from 3 on 3 attempts per game. Now again, it's 3 games. Again, I just said that it's 3 games already, only 3-game sample size, but the man has been hooping, and he's been living up to what he said that he can be, and he's been showing that on his Atlanta Hawks team. Now, one of the main problems is that he hasn't really played with Jalen Johnson yet, and the Atlanta Hawks are in a situation now where they're trying to retool around Jalen Johnson, who is the new face of their team and the future of their team. And this season was supposed to be just a whatever season to see what we have on the roster. We're rebuilding. We have Zachary Richardson. He was the first overall pick. Dyson Daniels has been looking good. Well, he hasn't been shooting well, but he looked good last year. He was almost defensive player of the year. And this Hawks team needs another future star player to build around Jalen Johnson and build with Jalen Johnson. And you can't, at the time, the trade deadline, I didn't really like the trade for the Hawks, really, in my opinion. I liked it more. Oh, no, did I say? No. I was iffy on both sides. I think I did say I liked it more for the Warriors. I'm not really too sure. I can't remember, but I just know I really didn't like it that much for the Hawks. But now, I'm getting persuaded. I honestly see it. You got off the Kristaps Porzingis contract, which is kind of a bad contract because he hasn't really been healthy and hasn't been playing as much. And you take a swing and a flyer on Jonathan Kuminga, who can live up to what he says he can be, but also you don't know how well that's going to be or how good he is because, one, that contract, and two, you don't know how good he is because he was getting do not plays just a couple months ago on this Warriors team where it was starters of Brandon Podziemski, Moses Moody, Pat Spencer, Guy Sanchez. I always pronounce his name wrong. I don't know. It's one of them. I'm sorry, Guy. You just really question that. But in these 3 games, he's really been hooping, and he showed that he can be what he says he can be. A star player in this league that can average around 20 points per game if you just put the balls in his hand. The ball in his hand. Pause. The ball in his hand. Pause. And the Hawks are still looking for the young players to build with Jalen Johnson. They do have some good, intriguing young pieces, like, again, Zachary Richardson, who's very young still. He was just the first overall pick. You can't really count him out yet, even though he hasn't lived up to the first overall pick status or stature. Is still very young. He's only like 20, just turned 21 maybe. So give him some time, please. You also got Dyson Daniels, who again, he was almost defensive player of the year last year, and he hasn't been as good offensively. His defense has take a step back because it was basically historical on defense last year. So he did take a step back defensively. I mean, it's hard to live up to that and repeat that again. He was breaking steal records like left and right. But his jump shot has just not been there, just not been falling. So it's kind of hard to see if he'll even get better because he's not even taking that many looks. He's not even attempting that real. He's not even putting up the attempts that much. Seems like I think it's, what was it, like 18% from the field? From the 3-point range percentage. It probably went up now in the last couple games. I don't know. But there's still some good young pieces, so we don't know for sure what they can do or what they can turn out to be. Still, you got to give them time. I still think the Hawks did a good job of taking a chance on Jonathan Kuminga because he really didn't have to give up much. Just Kristaps Porzingis, who hasn't been really healthy, and get out the contract again, like I just repeated. And I think that Jonathan Kuminga maybe could potentially be what the Hawks were looking for this in his upcoming year or two. The young player to build with Jalen Johnson. They also got the Pelicans pick that's going to come up in this draft. We don't know where it's going to be because the Pelicans are trying to aim for the play-in. So it could be in the lottery still, which I really think it's still going to be in the lottery. But we don't know if it's going to be like a top pick, like a top 3, top 5 or something. We don't know yet. But Jalen Johnson could potentially be one of the future pieces or maybe stars he could be. I think it's still too early to say. Again, it's also only 3 games to see how good he's been. Now, if he continues this play with Jalen Johnson back and for the rest of the season while they're healthy and they maybe sneak into a play-in spot, then I can probably say, hey, maybe you can be persuaded that, hey, Jonathan Kuminga was the guy we were looking for. Maybe you can say that. But until then, we don't know yet. Let me know down below what y'all think. Do y'all think he can be the piece for Jalen Johnson going forward on this Hawks team with Dyson Daniels and maybe Zachary Richardson if he's not traded? Now let me know down below in the comments what y'all think, or maybe Anthony Edwards, he'd be the third piece when Anthony Edwards comes. Okay, I'm kidding. No, I'm actually not kidding. I think Anthony Edwards is gonna be a Hawk later, sometime in the future. I think he's gonna retire a Hawk or something in Atlanta. No, I'll talk about that then later in one of my other videos coming up. Let me know down below in the comments what y'all think. If you like this video, leave a like. Comment down below what other videos or what other topics in the NBA you want to see me talk about or discuss. My name is Chris Short. I go by the Short Hooper. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It's free. That being said, I'll see y'all next video or whenever. Peace.